inauspicious start for the Miami Dolphins. They take the opening kickoff because they don't want the Bills. They win the coin toss, take the opening kickoff because they don't want the Bills to have the ball and Josh Allen to work his magic, especially at the very beginning of the game. And then they decide to false start before the first snap. Then they decide to call a timeout so Mike McDaniel can argue the false start on the first snap of the game. Then 3 plays later, Tua Tagovailoa throws an interception, and you're thinking, oh my goodness. Tua does lead the league in interceptions now with 13. You go, this is going to be terrible. That was the worst part of the day. After that, it was all downhill. Everything easy breezy for the Miami Dolphins, making the Buffalo Bills look terrible. 305-567-0560. Back to the phone lines. 1043 FM WQAM. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Dan, it's Josh calling from Miami.
Hey, Josh.
I wasn't sure if that was... Hey, I'm calling you after all these games, bro. Win or lose.
I appreciate it.
I am here.
You're real. You're a real one.
I'm a real fan. I don't know what to say about today's game, man. A little bit sloppy. Some good parts on the defense. Getting Josh Allen the fumble. Getting Cook the fumble. I don't mind, like, that second Tua interception because he's throwing deep anyhow. I would just maybe like to see him a little more controlled and maybe look for a check down on those plays instead of throwing those 50-50 balls.
I mean, throwing off his back.
The receivers to go up and get those.
No quarterback should throw off their back foot. When he threw off his back foot, it was terrible.
And the crazy part is I think he threw that with all his might.
Ooh.
Like you saw him wincing as he threw it.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Yeah, you look at
it was one of the.
You look at his ball and you look at Josh Allen's ball, and they look quite different.
Yeah, I would even be happy with a Baker Mayfield ball. Like, I don't know.
Hey,
Tua is not it. He's really not. I can't blame the coach for too much this game. Normally he looks lost, like the coach from Waterboy. But that's the best way I can describe him, bro. Like somebody took his notebook and he don't know how to write plays, bro. I really don't know what to tell you, but I'm gonna hang up and listen, bro. Like it was a good game. Big ups to the Dolphins. They played hard. You know,
yeah,
they got to keep doing that.
They came with heart today. They came with pride today. They came with anger. They came with physicality. But that's the way good teams do every game. So you can't just have it here and there. You have to have it every week. And some weeks we know this is a different Dolphins team than you saw today.
Yeah, this is very true, man. This is Achan played. I can't say nothing about Achan. I'm glad we didn't trade him. That's
I can say nothing.
I'm happy about.
I can say nothing but good things about Achan because you watch these other running backs like Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon II and Alec Ingold, whatever. He's a fullback, but it just looks like Achan's on a different level from everybody else in the game right now.
He truly is. He truly is, Dan.
And I think for me, I want to say that Jalen Waddle has ascended into that wide receiver one. He deserves to be a wide receiver one in this league. He's one of the top 10 in yards in all the NFL this season. If you've been looking today, he had 84 yards, and he worked that rookie for the Buffalo Bills. I think now it's safe to say Jalen Waddle is truly a wide receiver one in this league.
If he's not, he's really close. He's like a 1.5 maybe, by default. But I get what you're saying. I just hope they can do something with the quarterback situation next year. And I know they're gonna have to tag Achan because they don't have the money to pay him, but they got to figure out something with the quarterback because Tua's not it, bro.
Yeah,
he's really not.
I understand what you're saying, and Devon Achan is a must keep by any means, by any necessary way that you do because he is too much of a budding star. And what he did today, 22 carries, 174 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground, plus some big breakout runs. You got to admit, Devon Achan is that guy that we have been hearing so much about. He even threw in some receiving yards, 51 receiving yards. Man is a star in this league. 305-567-0560. Back to the phone lines. 1043 FM WQAM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lee.
Lee, what's up?
From Miami. Listen, I'm a longtime Dolphins fan. I was one of probably 20,000 people who saw Joe Auer run back the opening kickoff for a touchdown in 1966, the very first play of their existence. And I love the Dolphins, but I got to tell you, and I try not to be a hater, and this is not out of hate. Tua I won't say he's the worst quarterback in the league starting, but he's among the worst starting quarterbacks in the league. And even worse, the head coach is absolutely by miles the worst head coach in the league. I don't know what, the funny thing is, if you hear him, and I'm sure you do, at his press conferences and so forth, and he says two words, and then there's an and then there's and if you can see it live, he's looking down at his feet. And in the newspaper, when I read his quotes, he has perfect sentences, like they clean it up like crazy. I mean, he's just incompetent. And you described it a little while ago about how the opening series went, the first few series. Why is he calling a timeout there? Does it matter? You have 59 and a half minutes left in the game.
Yeah, and it was a false start on the first, not even the first snap of the game. Like, you got to pick and choose your battles right there, coach.
Yeah, like what difference does it make?
Yeah,
so now you have what, a few, you don't even have any, I don't think any time came off the clock. That was a touchback, right?
Yeah.
So you still had 60 minutes.
Oh man, I thought he schemed things up right. And for the part of Mike McDaniel, maybe not being as charismatic as we'd like a head coach to be, there's a guy named Bill Belichick who everyone got on for being very dry, very not charismatic, but he won a whole lot of games and a whole lot of championships in this league.
But he could speak. At least he could speak. This guy looks like the caller before, I think it was, who suggested like he lost his notebook. He doesn't know where he's at. I mean, seriously, this guy is absolutely incompetent. And I got to tell you, if you bring up charisma, I was just talking about his general competency, but if you speak about charisma, I can't imagine him inspiring a team in the locker room. I'm sorry. I don't see how there's any way that he could do that. Any incentive that these players have has to come from inside them, or perhaps maybe some of the assistant coaches, but it couldn't be from him.
Well, they seem like they played hard for whoever they played hard for today. I thought this was the Dolphins' best effort, most complete game. And to be honest, I thought Mike McDaniel's maybe best game as a coach for the Miami Dolphins. The game plan, he had a game plan from the get-go. He was not one of these guys saying like, we'll figure it out. He knew we have to control the ball. We have to have the ball. We're going to win the coin toss. We're going to take the kick because we're going to keep it out of Josh Allen's hand. And I thought his game plan was great. And he learned something. Let's give the ball to Devon Achane. Let's get the ball to Devon Achane. Let's get the ball to Devon Achane. And lo and behold, seemed to work pretty good today. I thought Mike McDaniel was really good on the game plan. I thought his last Bills game was really good on the game plan. But how do you feel? 305-567-0560, 104.3 FM, WQAM. Hey, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Dan, this is your boy Sean. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Sean. Good to hear from you, man.
Good to hear you. Hey, I got to ask you a question. Did we win today or what?
We won.
These callers, man, call up here Debbie Downing, man. Listen, I could care less than the dude. Causes, and all this. We won today, okay? And a win's a win as far as I'm concerned. So people should be happy.
It's not just a win. It's a win against the Buffalo Bills, a rival, a division rival, a team that's favored to be in the Super Bowl, a team that's had our number for years.
Okay.
We got that monkey off our back, man. This was a big win.
No, that doesn't mean I'm going to the casino and bet on next week.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that now.
No, I ain't going to do that now. But we won, and that's all that matters today, man.
Hey, Sean, I'm happy with the win. I'm excited. I think it feels good. Who knows? Hope springs eternal. I'm that type of guy. Maybe this team got some confidence. Maybe this team's figured some things out. Maybe this sets this organization, after getting rid of Chris Greer, that it's a new day for the Miami Dolphins. So maybe.
Maybe, but, man, these dudes are playing for jobs. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, because it seems like when they get rid of Greer, I guess get rid of Phillips and everything like that, I guess everybody's got getting scared, and now they start playing for their jobs and playing for their careers. So I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Whatever it was today, they went out there and they played hard. And I was proud of the Miami Dolphins today. Best game of the year by far. And like I said, maybe 2 years down the road, we look back and it all changed on that Dolphins when they beat the Bills, when they didn't have any reason to quote unquote win. And the organization from them has been just, fantastic.
But I think people want us to lose. I think a lot of fans just want us to lose so we can just get rid of Mike and rebuild everything. They're kind of like they're in fear. If we win too much, we're going to run it back. That's what they're calling them like. That's what the calls are sounding like.
I understand, but I mean, I also understand where they're coming from with that because they really want a lot of change and they feel as though the change needs to be made. I get that, but also I feel as though we've lost so much this year that this hasn't even sunk in as feeling real yet. Like, I think that's why some people are still kind of down, like, man, we won, but it doesn't feel like a win. It's like, we don't know what this feeling is like that much this year.
Yeah, but you know what, man, there's going to be some changes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you've already seen one domino fall.
Yeah, there's going to be some changes. All right, brother, I'll talk to you.
So glad to hear from you, Sean. Thank you so much.